Hi guys, can you hear me? Okay, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Meet Frankie. Okay, so she's having a little sleep in her pen. I'm going to do a video today on crate training and, getting a new puppy home and popping them in a pen. So I'll get her up and introduce you all to her once I've done that. But okay. So obviously our videos have just got a whole lot better because now we have Frankie. And as I go through training with her and kind of like the steps of whatever I'm doing with her, whether it be nutrition or crate training or desexing or her worming, I'm going to talk to you guys about that because it's like I might as well educate others while I'm kind of going through the motions myself. So Frankie arrived 2 nights ago and she's been a dream. She's a little golden retriever. She's 8 weeks old and she's had an amazing couple of nights. And we're just feeling super blessed because I was kind of bracing myself for disaster with the 2 kids and a puppy. And even though we really wanted it, I thought it was going to be tough, but it's been a dream. As you can see, she's just delightful. Okay, so let's get into it. I want to have some discussion around crate training because, I've got to confess, first off, being a vet and recommending crate training every day, basically, to new puppy owners, I actually haven't ever done this with a dog myself. So, aren't we all the best at recommending things to others but not actually doing it ourselves? So this time I was like, right, I'm going to do everything properly with Frankie, and so that's what I'm working on with her crate training. So what I want to take you through is what we're doing with her with this setup out behind me, and what's working, what's not working, some of my recommendations, and just hopefully help you along with your puppy training as well. So basically the advantages of crate training is that for the dog, it's a safe, comfortable space for them where they can kind of hide from danger, or that's particularly for wild dogs. They will want their den to escape to. For our pets, obviously they don't need to hide from danger, but they do need their own space where they feel comfortable and secure, and they get used to being in solitude, because that will be really important down the track when we're all going to work or nobody's home. And also at nighttime when they have to sleep by themselves. And from our perspective, it's a great way to minimize chaos. All right. So, if you can't be with them, if you can't be supervising them, then you don't want them tearing up your house. And having a really good crate is a great way to avoid that. So it has been really helpful for us already in keeping Frankie out of trouble when I can't supervise her directly. So, at nighttime when we're sleeping, when we're out of the house for work, or when I'm busy cooking or bathing the kids or whatever I'm doing, that I just can't focus on another baby at that point, then this crate has been amazing. So apart from that, it's also really important because it teaches puppies that, it can't all just be play and mischief, especially when you've got kids running around. It can't all just be high energy all the time. We have to teach dogs to retreat, have good relaxed behavior, particularly in busy active homes. That wouldn't be so important if you had one person working from home or a retiree. But if you're a family, then the dogs need to learn that calm, quiet behavior is rewarded. So in this video, I'm kind of using the term crate training and the term crate. But as you can see, this is more like a pen. In fact, it is a pen. It's a human baby pen. I wanted it to be pretty large and to provide her a comfortable space. So she's obviously tiny compared to it, but she's going to grow fast. So she's got everything she needs in there, and it's 2 baby pens, connected together. So I hope that I'm going to give you some tips now, and I hope that they can be useful for you guys in your puppy training or when you bring your future puppies home. So firstly, you want it to be a really positive sanctuary for them. You want them to love their pen. Like you can see Frankie behind me. She's so comfortable and happy in there. They've got to feel really safe. So it's something you never use as punishment. You don't want them to associate any fear with it. So make sure you're really encouraging and gentle and loving when they're getting used to their crate. So they see this as a positive thing. You also don't want to leave your dog in a crate for too long. Your puppy can't be in a crate all day and all night because they're not going to get the exercise. They're not going to get the human interactions they need. They won't have proper socialization. And so obviously you're going to get anxious and sad dogs by doing that. So certainly don't see this as, their home and solution because it's just part of their life. Okay. It's really great when, you're not home and you're busy and you can use it for that purposes. But when you can be with your dog, then get them out and interact with them as much as you can. If you've got a puppy, but you're not at home very much straight away, I would suggest trying to change your schedule. So if you work full time, try and get a week off work to just do this training with the puppy to get them confident in it. You might need to change your schedule a bit to bond with a puppy. You might need to hire a pet sitter if you can't take time off work, or go to one of those doggy daycare facilities where they can do some crate training with her, because it does take a bit of adjusting and you need a bit of time with the puppy to get it right. So we've been super lucky with Frankie because she's just taken to it straight away. And I think that part of that is because we had the crate set up when she arrived. So it was just one transition from being where she lived before to now into her crate, having a positive experience with that. And I take her out regularly and she's going to the grass to go to the toilet every 30 to 60 minutes. So she's not even using the potty at the moment unless it's for sleeping. So I think if I wasn't able to do that, because she's been home, this is her third day. If I wasn't being able to do that last few days, I think it would have been harder. But if you can commit the time to them initially, then you won't have the troubles, the accidents, the whining, as much as you would if you just popped them in and went to work. Now, there are a wide range of crate options. You'll just go into your pet store and see lots. You'll jump online and you'll see there's tons. As I mentioned, I went with the human baby pen option. I was able to get 2 of them from Big W, I think, but they're everywhere. They're at Bunnings and Kmart. Pop the 2 together to make a really nice large crate for her, or pen for her. But you can get like the collapsible fabric ones or plastic pens or the metal ones. There's lots of options. But I think for a big dog or a medium-sized dog, this kind of setup is probably the most comfortable, and it's got easy to use gates for you to get in and out. What else did I want to say? So where should your puppy pen be? Well, remember that dogs are social animals, okay? They want to be with their family pack, and they've just left their litter mates, most probably, if you've just taken your dog home at 8 weeks. And so it's important that they still feel that, that warmth and security of your family pack. So you don't want to put them separate from all the activity. So the best room for the crate or the pen is to be where the family spends most of their time. So for us, that's the living room. The TV's right there, our dining table's there, and the couch is here. So this is where we're always hanging out. And so she's always feeling a part of the family. When you introduce your dog to the crate for the first time, it's really important that you do that in a positive and reassuring way for the puppy. So again, one transition from the breeder straight to the pen is a good idea. I would try to have it set up before they get home. And you just want to make it really comfortable. Get a snuggly bed. You can see Frankie's on her snuggly bed there. It's fluffy, it's warm, she's got her soft toys, and golden retrievers particularly love soft toys. So do Labradors and Cavies. But I think having toys in there and soft ones when they're a puppy make it a nicer transition. And when you go in there, you want to have a handful of food or treats. I would say if it's a brand new puppy, just have a handful of the food that they're already being fed, because you don't want an upset tummy by giving them something new or a handful of treats. So just grab a handful of the food they're already eating, go in with them, have a high-pitched, happy voice, give them treats, welcome them in, have the soft teddies and the soft bed, and just make it a comfortable and positive experience for them. One tip that is a good one, and actually the breeder that I got Frankie from suggested this, was I had a soft toy when I went to pick her up, and she had a soft toy to give me, and she said that we should rub it on the litter mates. So there we were rubbing these toys on all the little puppies, and I brought them home and put them in the crate, and she loved those toys. She definitely smelt that was her siblings. And so having those toys plus the treats plus the snuggly bed, she immediately knew that this was her safe space and she loved it. So what else did I want to say? If they don't love it, if you're not as like, oh, is she going to the toilet? Oh, good demonstration, Frankie. Good demo. If they don't love it, then you're going to have to kind of gradually get them used to it. So if they do feel a bit fearful, if they're whining and getting a bit distressed as soon as you go in there, you want to sit with them in the crate, do all those things that I've mentioned. And then eventually when they're calmed down, just step out of the crate or step out of the pen and sit by the pen like I am and read a book or check your phone for 10 minutes. And then as they are settled and calm, just sneak out of the room and just leave them for a few minutes and then come back and sit back down. Just so you're doing this gradually. You can get them back out when you come back, but not if they're crying. So you only ever take the puppy out of the crate when they have stopped crying or stopped whimpering. So even if it's just for a few seconds, take that opportunity to take them out. So as I mentioned, keep their pen time limited to just when you can't be with them 24, when you can't give them all your attention, I should say, and supervise them completely. She's pretty good for me. She's sitting at my feet while I'm on the computer. And so I have been able to do other things and have her there. But the minute I can't really attend to her, if she's to get into trouble or start chewing something, then she's back in the crate behind me. Now, what makes for a good pen setup? This is probably one of the main things that you guys want to know. So soft toys, a soft bed. She obviously needs her food and water. One cool thing I came across in Kmart was this non-spill water bowl. See that big blue one there? I'll put a photo anyway in the comment section. It's a non-spill water bowl, so it kind of goes like that, and it's a rubbery silicone type material, so that's really good. But also large casserole dishes that are heavy are also excellent because they can't knock them over, because puppies, particularly Goldens, love to get in water, so they will make a big mess of their pen. But not only that, the main concern is that they would knock their water over and they're left for the day without water. So that's why that bowl is good, and as are big casserole dishes that are heavy. You also want a toilet tray in there if you're gone for the full day. If you can take them out every 30 minutes to 60 minutes, then that's great. If you can't, which most people can't, and they're not prepared to do that in the night, then get one of these potty trays that you can see behind me. You can just buy an existing one from the pet store, or you can make one. So to make one, you get a galvanized metal tray from the plumbing store. You probably recognize these. They usually are under hot water systems. So the plumbing shop person will know what you're talking about. They come in different sizes, and then you can get a piece of artificial grass cut to that size. And it's probably a good idea to put the puppy pad mat underneath in the tray, and then the artificial grass on the top. That's what I was going to do, but then I was gifted this proper potty tray for dogs. So we're luckily just using that instead. Now the pen itself can be a range of things. I went with the baby pen, and then the flooring. Now, we had these leftovers from the kids. They're like those little interlocking pieces that make a soft floor, which are nice and comfortable. But if you had a puppy, excuse me, that was messy and spilling water everywhere, or not having lots of toilet accidents, then that's going to seep through those interlocking sections. It's going to damage the floor and smell and be difficult to clean. So in that case, a piece of vinyl or lino would be better. But so far, so good. Touch wood. She hasn't been very boisterous, but I'm sure she will when she gets bigger. So we might have to either just take it away and let her on the floorboards or on the vinyl. So that's for the flooring. Now, be warned that some dogs will take naturally to the crate and some won't be so keen on it. Some dogs are going to cry and whine and probably keep the family up the whole night. And in those first few nights, it's really tempting to get them out of the crate at 2 a.m. and say, I just can't handle this anymore, and bring the puppy into the bed. But the moment you do that, you're going to be teaching your puppy that whining and crying and barking means that they're going to get invited out of their crate and into a nice cozy bed with you. So don't do it. You'll be ruined from that moment on. So try to be strong for the first few nights. It will be worth it once they get used to it. And you can always try and make their crate or their pen a bit more cozy. So you can add a hot water bottle in there before you go to bed, or some extra blankets, or a blanket that you've been sleeping on that smells like you. Because again, they're not with their litter mates anymore, so that kind of scent is reassuring. So yeah, I think that's it. That's why crate training is important. Some tips on how to do it, and let's go get Frankie. Frankie, I've got some people for you to meet. So this, my friends, is Frankie girl, and she will be on our live videos from now on while I give doggy tips. She's half asleep. Okay, I think that's all for now. Sorry, it's been a bit rushed, but I had so much to go through and I just didn't know how on earth I was going to fit it in. And it did take a while. So sorry, it's a good 15-minute video. Have a good day. Bye.